Hello and welcome to a Talmud Israeli production. Our topic for today is ZEH NEHE'NEH VEZEH LO CHASER. This one benefits while the other sustains no loss. Based upon a sugiya that appears in Masechet Bava Kamma Daf Chaf. There the Gemara says the following. Hadar b'chatzer chavero, if a person dwells on someone else's property, shelo midato, without the knowledge or permission of the homeowner, in other words, someone is a squatter living without permission of the homeowner, tzarich lahalot lo sachar no tzarich. Does the squatter eventually have to pay rent to the homeowner, or is he exempt from paying? To this, the Gemara says, well, what are the exact parameters of the case? Hechi dami. Ilema, if you will to tell me, is a property that is not typically rented out, V'gavra de lo avid lamegar, and the homeowner is not someone who typically rents out his properties, then this is the classic case of ZEH NEHE'NEH VEZEH LO CHASER. One person benefited, namely the squatter, VEZEH LO CHASER, and the other person did not sustain a loss, namely the homeowner. In that scenario, there is no obligation after the fact for the squatter to pay rent. However, if the parameters were different, if this in fact was a property that is typically rented out, or the property owner is someone who makes a parnasah livelihood off of his property rentals, then the matter is more complex, and in fact there might be the need by the squatter to pay some financial restitution to the homeowner after the fact. Why, though, does the halacha recognize the category of ZEH NEHE'NEH VEZEH LO CHASER? Why do we ever exempt someone from taking advantage of something that wasn't his? The answer is, as the Mefarshim explain, Kofin al midat Sodom, that the halacha coerces the Jewish people to behave in a manner which is different from the manner of the Sodomites, the Anshe Sodom, the people of Sodom from biblical times. Those people and their society was ideologically opposed to the doing of any kind of favor from one person to another. They were anti-chesed, which is of course antithetical to Judaism. In Pirkei Avot, in Ethics of the Fathers, we find a discussion of what is Midat Sodom, and according to one opinion, Ha'omer, if a person were to say, Sheli, Sheli, what is mine, V'shalach, Shalach, and what is yours, that is a Sodomite attitude. To say what is mine is absolutely mine and I will not share, and what is absolutely yours and you will not share, is an inappropriate way to run society. But rather, there has to be some flexibility and some kindness involved. Now, with that in mind, Tosfos offers a caveat to the notion of ZEH NEHE'NEH VEZEH LO CHASER, and says the following. Hainu b'shekvar dar b'chatzer chavero. The principle of ZEH NEHE'NEH will only be invoked when the matter has already happened, when the squatter has already lived for X number of days or months in someone else's home, and now the question is, do they have to pay? However, pshita, it is obvious that before the matter has happened, shiachol limchot bo, that the homeowner can vigorously protest, that some stranger not enter his property. So, in the end, while the law does recognize a need for being charitable and not to impose a financial burden when someone else didn't lose out, the halacha also recognizes that we can't allow people to cheat the system intentionally. We cannot allow abuses of private property. So, ab initio, lechatchila, a person shouldn't go on someone else's property without permission. B'diavad, post facto, if it was a case of ZEH NEHE'NEH VEZEH LO CHASER, then we will not impose a financial penalty on the squatter.